One.
Still gotta get back to that.
Speaking of, I dropped Horizon like a bad conversation. I have to get back. I have to get back on it, yo. Like I've
been getting back to it. I've been getting back to the game.
They got on me on Twitter, man.
I had to get at you, bro.
To me, Aloy is a boring character, dog. She's so boring. She's so monotone. So one dimensional, man.
I might have to agree with Dre, bro.
Man, she a boring character, dog.
I think she was better in the sequel than the first game. I think her personality was a little better, but
she the same to me. And that's what they kept telling me. I was like, well, she's an outcast and she this, that, and the third.
I don't think she's a deep character, but I don't think she's as bad as you paint her out to be. Like, there's some bad.
I don't think she's that bad, but I don't think she's.
There was like no character
personality is anything crazy.
I felt how Dre felt after I played the first game, and people thought I was just bashing it because it was a PlayStation game. But I was like, yeah, my tarnished character has more character development. Which is crazy, being that they have no dialogue.
I mean, like it was like niggas is dying in this game, and she like, oh, okay, gotta go back to the mission. I'm like, nigga just died, man. What are you talking? What are you doing? Like,
back to the fucking mission.
Back to the mission. I'm like, nigga, can you grieve a little bit?
That's crazy.
Show some, like, Beta. She had more, spunk to her than Aloy. I'm just like, and they the same fucking people, so to speak, right?
Yeah. But what's up?
Shit, my bad, Smoke. You didn't finish the game, did you?
What? No,
never mind.
You ain't say who. Okay. You ain't say who died. You ain't say who died.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go platinum, but after I platinum Elden Ring.
Yeah,
I beat that game. I
got like. So what did you say?
So Horizon is an easy plat. Super.
Oh yeah. Well, so is Elden Ring. Elden Ring's platinum is easy too. I got like 5 trophies left, but then I'm gonna go back and get Horizon.
Well, we are live. Welcome to episode 102 Play Xbox Podcast. Today's episode is titled "They Always Wanted VRR," so that's definitely going to be a topic of discussion. We're going to get to some intros. We got Sir Dre the Great in here. He's going to tell us, along with Chris Righteous and maybe NickBanks, about the VRR experience. So, sir,
I can tell as well.
Oh yeah, so can I. But nobody wants to hear my opinion on VRR. I've been talking about it for so damn long. But Sir Dre the Great, man, how you doing? What game you playing?
Doing good. What's going on, fellas? Good to be here. Well, I was just playing Werewolf: The Apocalypse. Earthblood.
I saw that shit, right?
Yeah, I was on that, but I completed that, and so now I'm trying to to find something.
Whoa! Don't go over that like that. I want to know what you thought about it because
the game is dog shit. The game is trash.
Absolute, you beat it?
Absolute garbage. So like, okay, I'll put it to you like this: it's like a movie that's bad, but then you like, you know what? This is actually kind of good in a weird, stupid kind of way. You know what I mean? That's how that game is. It's like, it's so bad, but it does some things, decent, that it's like,
you can come back to it and watch it.
Yeah. So, but it's garbage though.
So, in your opinion, was it the gameplay, the story?
Yeah,
which one was the most turn off? Like,
the turn. Well, I'll say the gameplay is what held my attention. But even that, that was like
got old though.
Bare bones. Yeah,
man, it was cool at first, but then oof.
Graphically, it was PS3 quality. You know what I mean? Story wise, it wasn't nothing to write home about. For a minute, I thought it was about to heat up. In the story wise, but turned out to be nothing. But I mean, yeah, it's a game. If you want to check it out, check it out. I advise you not to though. I played it so y'all don't have to. I'll put it like
what
that.
About it? What is it worth being in PS Now to check out?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Game Pass, PlayStation
spend any
Now.
money on it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because Smooth, I think you bought it, Smooth?
Yeah,
No?
I bought it.
Oh,
I bought it too, but I bought it on sale for like $15.
Yeah, I bought it too. I think like a year ago it was like $30. Not worth 30.
Sounds like 3 L's.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I played through it because I was like, I'm gonna get my money's worth at least somewhere.
Yeah.
like it was
The
like
funny-
10 hours, but like at first it kind of reminded me of what is it, X-Men Origins Wolverine gameplay style, but then like
I can see that.
It didn't get more interesting as you went through the game.
Right.
And then I just got to a point where I was like, I don't care about any of these characters.
Yeah, it didn't help that you kept infiltrating the same area.
Yeah, and it's like you just go like that was like the repetitive, like it was too repetitive. Like you just clear out areas, or if you broke your stealth, which is really easy to do in that game.
But stealth is so easy too. Like you can be right up on a nigga and they will not see you. I'm like,
that's tough.
But but that's me, man. Glad to be here. Chop it up with you guys.
Did you try out that Blood Hunt yet, Dre?
No, I heard it was garbage.
That's the free to play game that just came out, right? For PlayStation?
Yep.
Vampire Masquerade.
Yes, get correct. Heard it's trash.
Okay. Ole Man Logan, man. What you up to? What you playing?
Man, I've been like going back and like just getting stuff from certain games. So like I went back and I went through and platinumed Days Gone, which just had its 3-year anniversary. Shout out to the people who made Days Gone. And then I went through and got all the trophies in Call of Duty 4 remaster. So I went and platinumed that, and then that's really it. I've been having kind of a slow week for gaming. I am playing that it's this indie kind of horror game called Tormented Souls that came out last year. So if you like the old style like tank Resident Evil controls, like I would highly recommend Tormented Souls. I'm having a good time. I'm like 3 or 4 hours into it so far and really enjoying it. And I picked up like another indie horror title too that was on sale on Amazon called, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Upsolve. So I'm like in like this like weird like indie horror mood right now.
Nice. And what about you, Dopest J?
Yeah, I've been getting back on that Halo Infinite, man. I'm ready for season 2. So whoever's trying to get backpacking that game, let me know. We gonna be on that. Still on the Apex grind. Still playing that. Getting back on Horizon. This time I'm actually gonna stick with it because the past couple times I get on there for like 3 hours, get off the game and don't touch it for weeks. And I'm like, yo, I gotta stop doing that with that game and just beat it and call the wrap. So yeah, just been doing that, and yeah, nothing else really major right now. I do plan on making a video on VRR on PS5. A Halo video. And yeah.
All right. And NickBanks, man, what you been playing?
Well, what I've been playing, man, is
what games you been dropping?
Look, I dropped Elden Ring, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Unlike you guys, I gotta be honest. You know what I mean? I dropped Elden Ring. So far, I can't say MLB The Show because I'm gonna play smooth again in that. You know, got to work up my rematch, even though that was some bull crap that happened on the stream. You know, but just a little bit of Apex. I've been working a lot lately, so you know me. I fall asleep when I can. You feel me?
Yeah. This man got 100 hours in his eyelids.
This dude be falling asleep on the headset.
Man, listen.
Chris Righteous, man, what you been up to?
I've been playing that Halo Infinite, getting ready for season 3. Also Forza Horizon 5. I'm really loving that game, man. I got the Evo and everything like that souped up on Forza Horizon. And that Crossfire X, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was fire.
That shit was garbage, bro.
I'm playing. I'm doing my platinum, I'm getting the platinum in Elden Ring, so I'm cleaning up the trophies. I already got like the 3 different endings. And I'm playing Triangle Strategy on the Switch. Yeah. on the Switch. And the Switch is having a really great year so far, man. They got a lot of games coming out and shit like that. The number one in NPDs and everything like that. Just, you got to give it up to the Switch.
I wouldn't even know.
I mean,
Gaming Addict, man. Welcome. Back.
Oh shit! What's up, Addict?
He be coming in like freaking
Mr. PAX East. PAX East.
Yeah, it was Can you guys hear me fine?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
It was a pretty chaotic couple days at PAX. Well, it's not as big as it used to be because you could tell this is like the opening year to them to really start, coming back in full force. Like none of the big three was there. Nintendo wasn't there. Xbox wasn't there. PlayStation wasn't there. There was people for Xbox there, but the company wasn't there. It was a fun time, man. I figured I'd jump in here because I'm playing Phoenix Point right now, so I was like, I might as well come in here and talk at least.
Yeah, fair enough. What I've been playing, okay, I've wrapped up Liberated, which was I guess a cool game. Like it came out on PC, I think like last year or 2020. Came out on Xbox.
Is that this game on the screen? It's black and white.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I enjoy the art style. I think the gameplay is kind of dope. I like the theme of the whole comic book theme. The story is dope, but just the voice acting. I said last week is just horrible for like the voiceover. I can't even say voice acting. I'll just say the voiceover. The people, they've opted to read the scripts, kind of like break the immersion of how good the actual story is. But that was a cool game, which you can check it out. It's on Xbox and PlayStation. I think it's an easy plat. I don't think I'll get the plat or the 100% completion because there's one thing I have to do, and literally there's one achievement where you have to do all the quick time events or all the codes in under 90 seconds. And in order for me to do that, I literally have to write down all the codes or take a screenshot of all the and so I have to find it online, and then when I get to those points again, do them in a timely manner, which can be done if I have the answers in front of me. I just don't have the patience to actually do it. But check it out. It's like $17. The other game I've played, I think what else is in? So this was the recent one I finished. I've completed Godfall. I feel like there was a game in between these two. I started Life is Strange, but I haven't really dived deep into it. Something told me to I've never beaten Battlefield Hardlines, and I've been like 50%.
That was a good one.
I've been through 50% of the campaign this entire time and didn't realize it, so I started picked it back up last night.
That was good. That was a good.
That was a solid campaign for sure.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I was like, why ain't nobody? I know that game got bashed.
The multiplayer wasn't that great, but the campaign was actually fine.
I never paid attention to the campaign. I played a lot of the multiplayer in that game because I was actually I don't know that game. I popped up on that game.
The single player, go back and play
it.
It's
actually it's like
that shit was actually really good.
Yeah, so
I think that game that game got FPS boosted with 120.
Right? I'm playing 120 FPS. Yeah, all the Battlefields got FPS.
I might go back and play that.
I might have to do it then.
That was
I'm not trophies, achievements.
You're gonna like it.
Yeah. So I was like, I might just end up finishing that since I'm literally I think there's 9 or 10 episodes, and I think I'm on episode maybe 6 if I'm not mistaken. Because they broke it down in episodes or whatever. But they did. Yeah, I have some good actors and some good.
I want to beat the most recent CODs before I get to Hardline because I want to beat Modern Warfare 2019 again before MW2 comes out this year. I still have to beat Vanguard.
Yeah, I'm not playing Vanguard until it comes to Game Pass. I literally.
Oh, you're gonna be waiting the year for that, man.
Hey, I'll do what I
got. There was just something about Vanguard's campaign that I could not get into. I played through.
It was okay.
I'll breeze through it, man. I'll hop on there on veteran and just breeze through that campaign.
But yeah, that's all I got. So a couple, updates. I got your notes, dope as Jay, but a couple things I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
Coalition, they announced that they're removing their map editor mode, their map builder mode out of Gears 5, and their excuse is so that they can, move forward with other projects. And my thing is, it's like, okay, I don't understand why leaving a feature in a current game that you no longer have to support is going to hamper you from working on a new game. I don't get the excuse. So essentially, what the mode is, it's like pretty much like Forge. Like Gears had like a map editor mode for like, what's that game mode, Escape? You can like put together like a route or like a direction to go, and you could replay it. Like you play the escape mode on air. I've never honestly used it, but the only reason why I logged in, I downloaded Gears because they were giving out free achievements for it since they're getting rid of the mode, and I just booted up the game to get those achievements. So if you want free 20 gamer score, log into Gears and it'll give you the achievements for the map editor. There's 2 achievements for that mode, but the thing is they're getting backlash because they're removing a mode, and the thing is I have an issue when developers do this, like when they remove something, right? Because it's one thing if you remove a mode, right, that when you remove a mode that like a lot of people aren't using, you are impacting somebody. You're gonna awaken a silent, like a pretty much a loud minority. You're gonna awake them. It's like, why not just do what Xbox did with Game DVR, right? It's there, but you ain't gonna do the shit to update it. So I'm not understanding. Did anybody hear about this as far or familiar?
Yeah,
with this?
I seen the tweet. I don't know like the inner workings of it, of why they would do that instead of keeping the smaller team just to maintain it. But my assumption is probably that they're gonna start ramping up production pretty soon on Gears 6.
Yeah,
and just go full force with that. I still don't agree with the decision though. Like, why not just keep the mode there and just call the wrap? You don't have to keep updating it, honestly. So, I mean, it is what it is. It'll be like freaking 343 adding Forge next season, and then a year later removing it. Like, what? Why would you guys do that?
Yeah. I think so. And the thing is, but the Gears has been lately have been removing like quite a few things. Like Dave, I know they're shutting down their esports, which I'm not exactly sure why.
It's not profitable for them. They don't get enough viewership for them to run an entire league, honestly.
Okay.
So it makes sense for them to shut down that competitive scene and just they're not getting sponsors. That's the first thing. They're not getting sponsors and advertisements on the league. They're not getting viewership at all, and then it's just a dead scene. Like how many players can people realistically refer to that are great at Gears of War? Like let's be real. Where other communities have way more viewership, they have more noticeable players. Like some people can name like competitive Call of Duty players or OG Halo players, or even current Apex players right now. So that's the biggest thing, is that it's not viable for them to keep on running that. You're just losing money.
Okay, that's fair. Well, with this, and they keep mentioning future projects. I mean, do you think we see an update from like, do we get another Gears soon or another game from the Coalition soon? I know they've been busy with Unreal Engine 5. They worked on the Matrix demo, and they've had the Flashpoint demo, or I forgot what the name of that thing is called. That the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo that they put out. So it's just that, and I know it's just like assets that they're just utilizing, just showing off what they can do. But do you see them like revealing anything like this summer?
I don't think we get anything this summer from them, honestly, because they're still working on Unreal 5. So I don't think they're gonna show anything until it's more concrete, honestly. Like if they show anything, it'll probably be like, oh, Gears 6 announcement coming soon, bam. But nothing like an actual demo or like snippets, like a trailer. Yeah, they're probably just announced that the game is being worked on.
Yeah, exactly, and show concepts art in 10 minutes of developers talking on a round table. No, I'm just saying they do that all the time.
I know that
all the time.
Well, Gears typically doesn't do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Coalition don't usually do that. They just show that, like they do a campaign like demo.
Yeah, but don't be
Usually the first
surprised if
thing
they started to do it.
Nah, that's a good one though.
I hate you, Chris.
Yeah. I know what he's talking about, but we'll get into that. We have so Xbox came out with some news. Their financial reporting came out. The NPDs came out as well, and we learned that Satya Nadella, I can't even say his name, the CEO of Microsoft, he confirmed that that not only did the Xbox Series X beat the PS5 in March, but across the entire first quarter of 2022 was the best-selling console, at least in North America and Europe. It also gained market share, and no, actually, it was the best-selling in North America, UK, and Western Europe. And it gained market share in those territories. You know, something people said the Xbox wouldn't do. We've seen the Xbox. Well, VG charts, have reportedly had Xbox outselling PS5 like 2-1, which, like I said, was also kind of shocking. But I just want to get y'all takes on this in terms of the amazing first quarter that Xbox has had. We know they've gotten more units out there. We've seen units make it to stores, people being able to buy them from the stores, and they became more available rapidly online. Now, I actually got another Series X in the cart. I don't know why. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. But I want to know you guys' thoughts on the reports that came out.
Yeah,
man.
Congratulations.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say congratulations for Microsoft. They were able to have units in stock to outsell a console that doesn't have units in stock. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
That's a dub. No, it's a dub. Fair and square, it's a dub.
No, it's a dub. It's a dub.
Hey man, dub's a dub. It ain't Microsoft's fault that Sony can't keep consoles on shelves.
No, that's facts.
That's true.
That's facts. That's facts. That's what I'm saying. It's a dub.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I know people, was talking about how Xbox was allegedly paying for chip priority. I'm sorry, but
I don't think that's how it works, though. I don't.
What
really
happened?
Think, well,
you can buy more supply.
Competitive.
You buy more supply, but I don't.
That's what being competitive.
If Sony already had like something already allocated, it's not like Microsoft can just be like, no, make less for them and make more for us.
Yeah, they can't do that.
No. So because the thing is that in 2020 to 2021, right? Like within the first year, PlayStation was able to manufacture much more Xboxes, much more PlayStations than Xbox was able to do Series X's and S's. That was just facts. So it was like, I mean, was that the same? Where did PlayStation have priority during the launch year for PlayStation? Because they definitely manufactured, shipped, and sold more PlayStations than Xbox was able to manufacture.
What is PlayStation doing though? Like on their front, like what? I mean, I know pandemic.
Well, I think it's because the Series S is able to yield more than the PS5 parts.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why aren't they able to make more PlayStation? Like, what is it?
We don't
get required to be made.
This probably something that's holding up production.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like we don't know what it is, but it has to be something because obviously they will want to make more because we know how in demand the PS5 is. So obviously they want to make more. That something is stopping them from making as much as they can.
And that's the only thing. Like I haven't seen anything that indicated what it is that's holding up PlayStation's production so far in terms of shipping as many units or even more than Xbox right now. I'm pretty sure like come summertime, like Q3, Q4, they definitely have more units out there. They're not going to be in the same like predicament come wintertime. Like holiday season, you're going to have a lot of PlayStations out there for sure in the wild.
I don't know, man. It kind of feel like they sitting on their hands or like they're just sitting on consoles to wait and release them at a certain time. I don't know, man. Like it just seems like why can't they muster up any PS5s, man? I don't get what's the issue.
It's just a constraint issue right now. But like I said, we don't know specifically what's causing that. It can be memory prices. It can be any particular part that would just hold it back for whatever reason it may be, because silicon production is there. Like silicon is there for them to make their APU that's in the PS5. Like that's not an issue anymore.
So I don't think the price is the issue either, because they said that they're already making profit off.
Oh yeah, they've been making profits off of PS5s for
so the price ain't the issue for them. It's not like they have the money to make a lot of consoles. But obviously something's stopping them.
So for Xbox, is it the Series S that's selling like crazy?
Yeah,
right
mostly.
Now?
There's more S's in the wild, but there's more X's like hitting stock now than there was a couple of months ago.
But are they able to make Series X's too? Like what's
not to the same volume. Not to the same volume.
They've made more Series S than X.
Yeah, but so pretty much majority of the I want to say they just started over the last couple of months. They started producing more and putting out more Series X, because Series X's has been like more so now easier to get. There's been like constantly weekly restocks of Series X on like Best Buy, GameStop, and Target. For what I know, where they're, and then you can in some cases you can walk into a store and you might find actually a Series X. So, but yeah, mostly during like last year, I know it was more. They were producing more Series S's, and then obviously Series S's has been available, a while to be able to go, and you was able to pick up a Series S from the store, and I'm pretty sure that's still the case now. If you go online right now, you'll be able to put a Series S in your cart for sure. And their Series S is always available on like the Xbox store to add to your cart. But people are buying them. I mean, people are buying like Series S's and Series X's, but it's Series S's I get surprised about. But that's because we get stuck into the what the community thinks of these consoles. So there's just this assumption that really nobody's gonna buy it because it's not as powerful. But they've been being bought. And then been helping.
That's what's mostly available.
Yeah, but I mean, that's understood.
Matter of fact, I forgot who. The Series S has been going on sale quite a few times. I've seen it under 300 quite a few times already. And
I've seen it like 40 or 50 off. That console's just so easy to make, honestly, and it doesn't cost
to make it. That's the problem. They made a better decision than PlayStation, bro. Let's all just say it. Like, it's not an excuse. It's actually
making a weaker console is a smarter decision.
Yes. No. Hold on. Whoa.
No. Let me for game development.
I mean, from a profitability standpoint,
I mean, the Switch is doing fine.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like the most, like y'all want to just y'all look at the Switch and you say, yeah, people don't care about graphics and all. Microsoft made 2 versions of a console, bro. That was the smartest thing to do. Let's just say that. Like, I mean, I know I can't.
I don't. Honestly, I wouldn't agree with that. But that's
of course you wouldn't.
Because of the development.
I was in that.
Anyway, I don't want to get. I'm telling you, I don't want to go through all this.
No,
shit.
Tell me. We got time,
many times before. Nah, because I gotta go get like 50. I gotta go get like 15 fucking developer quotes talking why they're concerned about the Series S. You want me to get like all?
All right, forget it, bro. You can't explain it, but you can say it though. All right, cool.
No. Oh yeah, I was gonna. Why is the Switch out selling everything smooth? Why is the Switch selling a $300 Series S and X and PS5 and everything like that? Why is the Switch out selling everything?
I don't know. I don't identify the Switch as a console, so it just right.
I mean, you can't change reality based off of what
I know, but it's just that when it comes to Nintendo, it's just like it ceased. It just failed to exist.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Why is the Switch out selling everything?
I don't know. I have 2 Switches here at the house, and I don't know why.
You know why? I'll tell you why.
I can tell you why.
They have the most in stock.
Right. So why don't that logic still apply to fucking Series S though, bro? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was saying earlier.
It does, yeah. I think
what?
Yeah, he did kind of.
That's what I was saying earlier.
I just can't bring myself to get a Series S, man.
I can't either. Like we're enthusiasts. Like we care about that
course.
shit.
We wouldn't.
We care about having.
Series S. I got no problem with it.
No, you see that you different, old man. You don't. You don't give a shit. We give a shit.
I got both though. I just got one.
I know you got both, but me, like, I can't. I'd rather have two Series X's and two Series S, or a Series X and a Series S. That's just me.
I mean, that's fair. Well, I mean, I have I get. Yeah, I can.
Like one hooked up to a monitor, one hooked up to the big TV. That's it.
Let me say one thing though, because before the Switch came out, we all thought it was going to fail. So let me just say this, right? Because the Wii U sold 13 million.
That's no cap. That's no cap.
Right. Developers trash. Hold on. Because you said as developers didn't care. They didn't care. As an example, they trashed the Switch plenty times.
Most developers don't develop for the Switch. They don't get third-party games. What are you talking about?
Well, what I'm saying is they trashed it until it was selling. Once it starts selling, they start forcing games on the Switch, like certain things. You can go back and look.
Witcher,
especially they did.
Well,
they did cloud versions.
Of course. With Switch is actually more capable than a lot of people think, but but they barely get any of these games. Like they barely get third party support, and then a lot of the third party games don't even sell. Witcher 3 only sold 1 million on the Switch. It's 40.
That's good, that's good.
It's 40 mil. But it's 40 million in total sales on the Witcher.
But look at the quality of the port, though. Look at the quality of the port, bro.
No, the quality of the port is. I wouldn't want to play that Witcher 3 on the Switch.
Right.
I wouldn't want to play that shit. I'd rather play it on the PlayStation. Most people that have a Switch, they're not buying these third-party games. They're buying Nintendo's first-party games for the most part.
Yeah, it depends. It depends within reason.
So it's at the end of the day, it always going to come down to content over everything, over power, over resolution, all that shit. So.
Yeah, I only said that because you said like the developers didn't care about it. They don't care for a cheaper model. The developers only care about getting their games in more gamers' hands at the end of the day. That's what they care about, bro. Like, like
they'll compromise it to put on weaker hardware that has more units out in the wild.
Exactly.
Yeah, not all of them though.
Yo, they got that stuff on fucking Stadia, bro. Is that dead or not? Like, come on.
That's a stream. That's a streaming. That's something different. Yeah, there's no hardware. There's no hardware required for that.
But my point is, they thought people was going to actually play it. You know what I mean? They thought Google was on to something.
They knew that shit was gonna flop. Ain't nobody was gonna play that shit.
Yeah,
Ubisoft, we can switch that gameplay now.
Yeah, Ubisoft took that bag and ran from Google.
Yeah,
it's like, all right.
Yeah,
Ubisoft got a bag from them.
Oh yeah, they got a major bag from Stadia. Remember, Ubisoft was like the first publisher to support it. Put all their games on there. They the first game to premiere on Stadia was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
That's the thing. Like, I don't like, little side topic, but I don't see a streaming service like succeeding on its own unless it's part of a bigger service. Like how PlayStation Now is going to be a part.
I agree with that.
Of PlayStation Plus. xCloud is a part of Game Pass Ultimate. Like, I don't see like streaming standalone by itself working. Honestly, if it's there to supplement a different service, then that's perfect. That's fine. But other than that, no.
Yeah, it's for catalog. Like, that's what subscription service is mainly for. It's for like catalog and back catalog or exclusives made specifically for that services. You know what I mean? Because not even like movies haven't fully transitioned into like being all in services and everything like that day one. So I don't know why people expect video games to do that.
I'm talking about like fully like streaming your game. Like, I'm not even talking about the subscription aspect of it, but like if you just have a streaming service by itself for video games, it doesn't succeed. Yeah. Like, we seen this years ago with like, you guys ever you remember On Live?
Yeah.
On Live is like one of the first things. PS Now is being merged in, but PS Now is a bit of a hybrid where you get some streaming and some downloads, like how Game Pass is now.
Yeah, but at first it was just all streaming, and it was
all streaming shit does not work.
What was it? It was like you paid $21 for like 7 days worth of
Remember, you had to pay for like individual games.
That shit was like,
I don't agree. On PlayStation Now?
Yeah.
On PS Now?
Before when it first launched.
When it first came out.
Back on the PS3. I remember that.
And what's the main reason why y'all think it ain't gonna work? Because of the bandwidth thing, and
I don't think it's a matter of bandwidth. It's the fact that you're like with Google Stadia, right? Google Stadia pretty much said, "Yo, we're gonna give you a high quality experience over a compressed video signal over stream," which it doesn't work out really well that way. If you use it to supplement a different service, then yes, but no one's gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna play just for cloud gaming when your competitors are doing the same shit and they're giving you more. Why would I buy Stadia when I can use PS Now or xCloud?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it doesn't work as his model because the competitors are better at it.
Yeah, I think the issue is with like streaming is that they see that all these people have access to like they look at mobile gaming and they look at all the people having access to like phones and tablets and stuff like that. It's just that they want to translate like the console experience over that way. But the thing is that the people that are playing games on mobile aren't really playing
the console games. Exactly. Console games, yeah. They're not playing console style of games. It's like that's why I don't understand. Like nobody wants to play Gears of War or fucking God of War on their mobile. Yeah. Look at all the popular mobile games. None of them are console style games. They're all these little ass, they're specifically designed for mobile.
Yeah. Well, besides for like Asphalt, like I think that could be like considered like a console like experience.
If you compare that game to console racing games, it's a mobile.
I mean, it's like a burnout. That's a mobile.
Yeah, I play it. It's like a burnout joint. Yeah, I like that joint. I do like that.
I think another game that's like that is Genshin Impact. Like Genshin Impact is a great mobile game, but you can play it on PlayStation, you can play it on PC. But that game was designed to work on all forms of platforms. Like any platform you play it on is going to be a great experience.
Yeah, certain games can transition good, right?
Yeah.
Between
I agree with you, Chris. Like
Nintendo, right? Like Nintendo, like a lot of Nintendo games, they translate well from portable to TV. Like you can play those games either or. But
like a game like Ori would do well too on mobile.
Yeah, a game like Ori and shit like that. But games like Ragnarok, games like Starfield and shit like that.
Experience on a cell phone? Come on, bro.
Nobody wants to play that shit on their cell phone. Right. Nobody does.
Yeah, I tried it. It's like I just can't see myself doing it. I think, even though I think the idea of streaming is cool, but I would never look at streaming as like where I don't think it will ever be a situation where I could see it replacing native console play. It just to me it just doesn't work. So like I'm always gonna when I play video games, I'm always gonna want to play on like the best display in the house, whether it be a TV or a monitor with a controller in my hand. You know what I mean? So that's, I don't know, man. I like it as like as Jay said, as a companion. Like for example, it's like, all right, I really want to like get this done, or I want to try to get this achievement, and I'm not home, and then I play, do whatever, some small time gaming on my phone from what I've started on my console or on my PC. That's one thing, but as far as like this is my primary source of gaming, absolutely not.
Yo, I got a question for you though, Samu, because we both witnessed playing on a cloud on the Xbox console. Yep. It's a totally different experience though.
Yes, that is
imagine true. That. And imagine that being just a box. I lost I played the Forgotten City, I think, and I beat it on cloud and I forgot I was playing it on the cloud.
Yeah. I beaten about three games on like the cloud. I did what's that? Unpacking. I did exclusively through the cloud. I did what's the one where you're building cities? It was in Game Pass.
Yeah, it's Townscaper. I think it just
I did racing with Ryan. I did that.
It all depends on it all depends on the game though that you're playing on the cloud. Because like if you're playing like a twitchy, like say Doom Eternal for example, that stuff ain't going to be even like remotely responsive enough to get through it.
It's not, input lag.
Or even like playing. I tried Forza Horizon 5 out on the cloud once, and even that was like trying to anticipate your turns and stuff just even that little tiny delay throws every single thing off. Where like games like Towns, Scraper, or what was it? I don't know. I think it was called Town Scraper or something like that. Where like you're really not being reliant on hitting those exact moves exactly when you need to. That you can be a little bit more lenient and stuff with your movements. Like stuff like that makes sense for Cloud, but like anything else outside of that, I can't do it. I
certainly agree with you, because that's the biggest limitation. The only way it works, because I understand the vision that you see, Nick, is like you either are running off a smart TV, you don't need a console, or you just have like an Xbox Fire Stick or some shit. You just plug it in, bam, you just stream your games that way. But like we said, like compression is a big thing, right? Like if you're streaming a video game, it's not gonna look nearly as good as just running it natively on your console or very proper hardware. And then input lag as well.
But you're speaking from an enthusiast standpoint, not
no. I'm not speaking from an enthusiast standpoint. I'm speaking from the fact that these are limitations that would impact anyone, not just enthusiast gamers.
Okay, so Coke Boy, you did play the Cloud on the console.
Yes, I did.
So the only issue you have with it, if you notice, is only the resolution. The average casual gamer the majority don't care about that stuff, right?
No, it's not. Right? It's not just resolution for me.
No, well,
so we take compression away. Input lag is an issue. I've used PS Now. I've used PS Now to beat 2 God of War games, Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta, right? Mm-hmm. And the issues I had with that was that there were moments where it would just be slight like lag spikes.
Okay.
It'll fuck up my shit, like my combos. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Right, and you still getting just technical, bro. Like I'm talking games like that. All right, what games did you play on? I don't want to get too deep into it.
I played Gears 5 on cloud. I played Forza Horizon 5 on cloud.
Okay.
What are you guys talking about?
We talking about streaming games,
right? Like I don't know, cloud gaming. If you played through the cloud on a console or not, it's actually different than playing on a mobile phone. That was my only thing.
It's okay, but I still that it's not for me. Like,
right. But would you admit though that it's like for a person that's just playing a game like a casual gamer, they don't care about the things we care about, man. Like that's all I'm saying. Like I can see it in the future.
Yeah, but I think responsiveness a casual gamer does care about. They won't understand why it's not responsive. They won't be able to identify what's wrong, but they will notice.
That's fair.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So Ubisoft is looking, at least it appears that they're looking to be bought out.
No, they're not looking to get bought out. They're getting targeted.
They're getting targeted?
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, but
I've read articles of them making themselves available for private.
Yeah, they said they're open. They said they're open to any offers. That's what they said.
I need PlayStation to get on that for real. For real. ASAP.
It's about that right now. They're worth just as amount. They're worth a little bit more than Bungie. And PlayStation Play with how much? $3 billion.
Yeah, they went $3 billion on that. The valuation of Ubisoft is $5.2 billion right now.
So they'll probably have to pay like they'll probably have to pay like $10 billion or some shit like that.
Yeah, and I don't even.
No, probably like what 6, 7.
No, I would say 10 to 12. They would have to pay 10 to 12.
You think so?
Because you got to consider, like, first off, they saw how much Activision got, and they know they can't get that much. But they know if someone's coming in there to buy them shares, those shareholders aren't gonna go cheap. Like, because let's be real, this is different than Activision. I would say Activision makes more money because of Call of Duty, but I would say Ubisoft's IPs are in a better place.
That's what I'm saying.
Are they? Even I love Ubisoft, but are they really?
Yes, man. Their games have been selling better than ever, dog.
So sales wise, yes.
That's all that matters is sales wise. It don't matter anything else.
Sales wise, yes, but quality wise, no. I personally,
they have quality. Just because you don't like their games, don't mean their game's not quality.
Right? Like,
it's not quality for me. I don't care what anybody says. I'm saying for me, they're not quality. That's the thing, right? That's why PlayStation should get them too. Right, but okay, yeah, no, I agree with Jay, but me keeping it real, I played the past fucking Ghost Recon games. I paid not Valhalla, but I paid the past couple of Assassin's Creeds and shit like that.
You said
I used to love Ubisoft back in the day. They used to make very unique, innovative games, Prince of Persia, Rayman, and stuff like that. But now I'm not really feeling them like that. Honestly, it definitely will help out Sony, and I think Sony can make them better and stuff like that. So yeah, if Sony was bought them, whoever buys them or whatever and makes them better, then of course, like I'm all open for that. But me personally, I feel the same way as Activision. Like if this is the way I look at it, if Microsoft bought Ubisoft, I wouldn't really care.
Shit.
I don't want
that to happen, man.
I actually feel like Microsoft buying Ubisoft would be worse than Microsoft buying Activision.
Why would it be
Because they got a lot
worse?
more IPs.
Oh, you talking about impact wise, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they really just bought
okay.
Activision just for them Call of Duty licenses. That's pretty much all they bought Activision for. You buy Ubisoft, if especially if they took it the Bethesda way, you losing Assassin's Creed, you losing Tom Clancy games, you losing any
Rayman.
iteration of For Honor, like that's a lot. Just because people don't
Splinter
mess with these
Cells.
brands no more, they got millions of people that buy them. Every Assassin's Creed game sells more than the previous one.
Yep.
For Honor got a big following,
absolutely. As far as like Ubisoft, like their impact, as far as like sales and all that shit, like, and even reception wise, I mean, these games like Valhalla and all of them gets received pretty well, right? Don't they usually have above an 80 on Metacritic and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So a lot of people. To me, I just want Sony to buy a Japanese publisher, man, because I want some JRPGs from Sony and stuff like that.
Interested in the Japanese market like that?
And I know, and I've been complaining about that. I've made fucking spaces the past couple of weeks. I've been warring with the goddamn ponies because they've been like, whatever. But I mean, it's whatever. Like, I don't know, whoever buys them. I don't think Microsoft is able to buy them right now because of everything that's going on with Activision. I don't think they're able to right now.
To be honest with you,
what
I
I
don't
hope happens, but maybe, an Activision will buy before this deal goes by.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I mean, Microsoft is still a player in it, but I don't think they're gonna pull the trigger right now.
Because that'd be like the government would be like, okay, we're gonna close this.
And
maybe Elon Musk can buy him, and then he.
Oh my god, that guy!
Yo, did you see? Speaking of Elon Musk, he just tweeted that he's gonna buy. This is legit from his Twitter account that he's gonna buy Coca-Cola next and put cocaine back in it.
That's not his Twitter account.
No, that is his. What do you mean? It has.
Was it a screenshot?
It has 86.8 million followers. How's that not his Twitter account?
Oh, million. I thought it said 1,000.
Yeah. He just, that was 15 minutes ago.
Someone hacked his account.
He's trolling, man. You know he's trolling.
Bro, like, as much as I like, and Dre could attest to this, right? Man, like, as much as like I'm happy Xbox was buying publishers, and I even said this when they bought ZeniMax. I was like, damn, I wish that was Ubisoft, because it's I there's a lot of games from Ubisoft that I'll play.
No,
like, you tell
what
me
if Sony buys how would you
Ubisoft
feel?
over ZeniMax?
Yeah, dude. When it comes to
honestly, I might agree with Smooth.
Yo, you're a Ubisoft stan, bro.
I might agree with Smooth, to be honest. But Smooth, how would you feel if Sony bought them?
If Sony bought Ubisoft,
Oh yeah,
I mean, I would.
He on that PS5 all day, every day, man.
I mean, I would play it more, but then again,
as a matter of fact, he's not even gonna play the PlayStation. He'll play his Assassin's Creed games on PC out of spite.
That's probably what would happen.
I can totally see doing that,
bro.
But it depends on how
if PlayStation bought Ubisoft, he's playing all of them on PC.
He's playing that shit.
And the thing is, if PlayStation bought Ubisoft, then I know, like, I don't think they would make anything console only because Ubisoft is already they have a PC launcher. They already have everything on PC. So then, like, it depends. If it was PlayStation and they were making the only thing on consoles, or they were still doing a slow rollout, then I'd be like, all right, it is what it is. PlayStation, is going to be definitely played, 50% of the time, because Ubisoft drops games annually. That's AAAs annually. Like, they drop games annually. And I like of all the 4 to 5
Same
games
formula
Ubisoft
annually.
I don't care. Of all the 4 to 5 games Ubisoft drop annually, I like 75% of them. That's a good ratio. So, but yeah, man, that would be is a big get for whoever. But I understand why publishers are like turned off by it, because that's a whole lot of layoffs. Someone would have to. They got 20,000 employees for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a whole lot.
But they have a lot of. I mean, they're in the same position. They're almost in the same position as Activision as far as like
Activision
allegations.
got all that stuff with a lot less.
I'm talking about like allegations and shit like that.
Oh
like,
yeah,
like
but the allegations
yeah.
against Ubisoft is just BS, man. It's not even that. It's like I get it. I mean,
I don't know. Were you there?
I'm talking about the magnitude of them. Like, I mean, like.
I don't know. Maybe
Nintendo buys them. You know what I mean? Like, and they just put all their resources into
Nintendo
Rabbids.
Ubisoft.
If Nintendo bought Ubisoft, I'd cry.
You want my opinion? I think that they put this out there deliberately just to see who would fish. I don't think they're selling. Like, I think their prime goal is, if someone's going to offer us money, let's make everyone think everyone's offering us money, and let's see what kind of prices we can get.
If I'm Microsoft, this is what I am. I would enter some sort of agreement, right? And for first right or whatever, and then after so on next year for next fiscal year, they can be like, all right, do something. I know that we got Ubisoft Plus coming to Xbox, but sign some sort of lucrative deal that regardless if they get purchased, Ubisoft and Game Pass get to marry each other or something like that. I don't know. Like, they have to. I want Ubisoft more than anyone. And for Xbox, as a selfish Xbox fan, I wanted Ubisoft over ZeniMax, and I wanted Ubisoft over Activision. I understand Activision is much bigger and a bigger draw and stuff, and I understand what legacy as far as ZeniMax of what you get, because they got some quality studios and quality teams. But as a selfish Xbox fan, and what I play and what I know I'm gonna like, I know what I like. Ubisoft is number one on my list of publishers. That's why when the ZeniMax deal happened, I was happy. I was like, wow, damn, if they still looking for publishers, Ubisoft better be that next one. And then when Activision happened, I looked at the price. I was like, damn, this means Ubisoft is not in question. And it's like, and now they see, if Activision never happened, right? If Activision never happened, and then we got these rumors and stuff, and they talking like this, I would have been like freaking tweeting Phil Spencer, Ubisoft, please, right now. You know what I mean? But the thing is that now that this whole Activision thing, and then now they're coming out like with them, people are looking to buy them, or they, they're fishing, or they whatever, hunting, or they're being targeted. Like, it's like, damn, I only really want one team to I only want one company to buy them, and that's Microsoft. I mean, chances are it'll either be a Tencent or some financial group. Amazon or Google could probably use them. Google, already gave them a ton of money just to port games over there. But Ubisoft kind of, after the ZeniMax deal, after the ZeniMax deal, Google, they suspended all first party production. They just said, no, F it, we're just going.
You think Elon Musk gonna buy them?
Nah, but
$5 billion. He wipes his ass with $5 billion.
How much is his net worth? How much is he worth?
It's like, no lie, I think it's like 157 billion or some shit like that. No, not even. No. I think it was 200. Yeah, it was like 250. Yeah, billion or some shit like that. He's worth more than Sony.
He's worth more than Jeff Bezos. I know that.
He's worth more than Sony, bro. Think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. So
and he was able to finesse. And he did a fundraiser to buy Twitter. He could have bought that shit cash with his own money, but he had other people put in money for him to buy Twitter. Like, that motherfucker crazy, bro. Elon Musk, man.
Must be nice.
Oh man. So yeah, Ubisoft. I don't know. Do anybody got any inquiries of who they think will actually buy Ubisoft? I know Dre wants PlayStation to do it. Yeah, I know I want Xbox to do it. But who you think they end up with?
Yeah, I don't think Xbox. Yeah, because the whole Activision, I don't think they're gonna. risk of buying some shit right now, and even after the Activision, I think they're gonna wait a while before they buy something else again.
Nobody's buying Ubisoft, in my opinion.
What's the reason they want to get bought to begin with? Like,
well,
what?
they're not. They never said that they wanted to be bought. So the report from Bloomberg was that they're vulnerable to get a buyout or to get taken over. By like a firm. So two of the firms that they named was let me pull up the article right now. I have it here.
So are they not their own? Like, are they under somebody?
No, they're not under anyone. They're their own company. If you look at the history of Ubisoft is a family grown company. It's a family business essentially that grew into what it is right now. So it was founded by a guy named Yves Gaumont, right? So he's the CEO of the company, CEO and owner of the company. His son used to be a part of the company, but his son left in 2021. So there's no real successor there. So other people are starting to see that and say, okay, we can potentially buy this company out because they have no one to success his role as CEO.
Gotcha.
So that's when the firms come into play, and now they're speculating that other companies might be trying to court offers to see what Ubisoft will like to be acquired for, assuming they wanted to be acquired in the first place.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn, though. Well, we'll see, man. Because that's. I think the only really flaw they got is just that it's just too many damn employees, and that would be a lot of layoffs they would have to do because that's a lot to undertake. But got a lot of IPs. They produce multiple games on an annual basis, and they typically sell a decent amount. So, yeah. So shout out to them.
And they don't do terribles in reviews, surprisingly.
Yeah, no, they're on average between between 7.
Even though it's like the same, even though all their games is the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the biggest things happened this week, and it is that PlayStation has finally got its VRR rollout. I know it's somewhat rolled out because it's not fully there yet. Some games are being updated. We know Spider-Man kind of is leading the charge right now, and Insomniac Games with Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank with their updates. But VRR is now available on PlayStation 5. From what I hear, it works with most displays, but people are experiencing it, and it's coming on some some great reviews. And I'm gonna give the mic to those who've been experiencing VRR on PlayStation.
Well, let me go first because I really don't have much to say.
Go ahead.
Because I haven't experienced, right? But no, I was gonna say my TV. I don't have a TV that supports VR, so clearly it doesn't affect me as of now until I get one. So I never really cared about it, right? I only care about when I finally do get a TV that has that feature. Then that's cool or whatever. I was just like, Sony, go ahead and drop the update so we can get rid of this fucking this back and forth and this console war shit with VRR, right? So I thought this would stop it, but no, it doesn't stop it because now motherfuckers are arguing which is the better implementation and it doesn't do this and that and the third. But it is what it is. It's the gaming community and whatever. But I'm interested to hear from the people who have tested it out, like Spider-Man and stuff like that. Because I'm hearing good stuff about Spider-Man. Like I think there's a mode that gets up to like 100 frames per second with ray tracing or some shit like that.
Yes,
or
that's
crazy. That's crazy. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I want Dre to go first. I want this man to speak on this greatness. Yo, Dre, you there? You not there? All right, fine. I'll speak on it. So, I've tested out VRR on PS5 in both Spider-Man Remastered and Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm currently using the performance mode with 120. I also tried out Performance RT with 120. Felt very smooth, but because it's a lower resolution, I was like, I don't care about it. So, I switched to Performance mode, and wow. Jumping from 60 to 120 on that game, much more smoother. Even though the 60 already felt smooth, obviously jumping to 120 is just a whole nother added level of not fidelity, but smoothness and responsiveness while you're playing that game as well. Even though responsiveness isn't the biggest thing about that game compared to like a shooter. But it's great. I like the feature being there. You can also enable VRR on your PS5 for unsupported games as well. So I tested that out playing Apex and Horizon Forbidden West a little bit yesterday. And in the description of it, it said that it can help out with some visual things, which I didn't really notice too much. I'll have to like toggle it on and off to see if there's any differences between the two. But I guess that's more of a testing that they're trying out right now as well. They did say that there might be issues for some unsupported titles. I haven't done enough testing with VRR on unsupported games to see anything. So from that standpoint, I'm pretty sure someone else who will have more data than I will be able to find that out to see like how that works on unsupported games. But so far, I like it. I've been saying this for the longest time. This is a feature that should have been on PS5 at launch, but I guess they had to iron some things out. So I'm glad it's here now.
Okay. I mean, the performance was smooth on the PS5 end for the most part. For a lot of the games.
Yeah, a lot of the games that support it right now.
It was other consoles that needed that Band-Aid. No, I'm joking. No, I rock with the Series X smooth.
Dre.
Yes.
Come on, tell us your experience.
Talk about it, man.
I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. I mean, I guess you could say and more. You know, with the I don't quite like get the grasp of how it's making games like run higher. You know,
it's unlocking the frame rate.
With a locked frame rate, it's just unlocking it.
For certain games, you can unlock the frame rate, and then VRR will allow you to run at that higher frame rate.
Oh, so Insomniac had to
unlock the frame rate for the game, and then you enable VRR to be able to play at that higher frame rate.
Oh, so that's sweet. I didn't know. I was like, how is it running, this high? But okay, they had to do that, and that's dope. I'm with Jay. It was something that I've wanted for a long time. Even when my PlayStation brethren were telling me, it's all about the games, which I agree with that. But, this feature is something that impacts gameplay. So that's something I wanted. I knew it was a good impact on gameplay. So that was definitely something I wanted. And I did try it out with the werewolf game. And I guess on the OLED, the CX. Well, I got a CX, and there's a button you can press that
the green button, the green 2 dot button.
The green button, right, and it displays the VRR settings or whatnot, and it seemed to be working because if it doesn't work, it'll say fixed. Like there's 4 categories in that box, and one of the words will say fixed, and that means it's like VRR is not working. But if it says VRR in the box, then that means it is working. So I'm guessing it was working with that werewolf game. So I'm guessing there are games that weren't even on the list that works with work that the VRR works on. So I'm gonna try out some more games to see what works with what.
If you turn on the in the settings, if you turn on
the unsupported,
yeah. So I need to try that out with other games as well because if you're experiencing that with Werewolf, it might be some games that will just like.
All right, let me clear something up. But go ahead,
real quick to clarify. Werewolf was not gaining more frames. It was just smoothing out the gameplay to where there's no screen tearing and stuff. Yeah, so it wasn't doing what Miles is doing, but it was like it was doing what it was supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what the thing that people don't understand about VR. I mean, people only told me it was a crutch every time I bragged about it. But so the thing about VR and unsupported games, so games that support VR are essentially because that's a way of them saying pretty much. They don't want to say 120 hertz because the game is probably never will hit 120 hertz. So you either say high frame rate or you say 60 plus. Like Xbox, a lot of Xbox games on Xbox, it will just say 60 plus, and then that's how you know it supports frame rates higher than 60, or it has an unlocked frame rate. So what happens is a lot of games, like for example, a game like Dying Light 2 is a game that's like supports natively VRR because they have a mode that, you know, they have an unlocked frame rate mode. Devil May Cry, the special edition was a VRR game by default because in every mode the game had an unlocked frame rate on next gen. Now, in cases like the test cases for VRR for non-supported games, if you just pick a game that you know has like a shitty frame rate, like Ghostwire Tokyo on PlayStation, or any game that doesn't like have like a locked frame rate, or like for example, play Resident Evil Village in quality mode, a game that has an unlocked frame rate and it has a quality mode, like Godfall, right? You put that in, play that in fidelity mode, and you use the VR display. And I would play that at when I do that, I'll keep my TV at that point 60 hertz. I know it's targeting 60 hertz. And then you'll notice, like, okay, you won't notice the frame drops. It'll look smoother, and that's why I played Godfall. Literally, I paid the game like 70% in fidelity mode because I was playing on like with VRR on.
What about Elden Ring?
Elden Ring is just a different story. So Elden Ring, so it's a good test case, right? It's a good test case, but the thing is, Elden Ring, you can put it in. Elden Ring drops below 48 FPS, like a lot. So it becomes Elden Ring is good. If
but what I'm saying is like well, what about the fidelity mode, right?
Yeah,
that's 45 FPS, but it's on lock.
In fidelity
so
mode,
it wouldn't do anything.
No, it should, but it depends on how. If so, for example, if you're playing in fidelity mode, Elden Ring, and I think if the frame rate is below 48 frames per second, it's not gonna help you much. The judder is gonna break through. The frame is gonna break through. The game has to be like fluctuating between like 48 to like 60. If it stays above 48, you're not going to have those issues. You're not going to have. That's why if you're playing it in performance mode.
Yeah, so what is this? Then what is this 40 FPS Spider-Man thing?
All right, so that's different. All right, so Spider-Man situation is that you have for that you have to be on a 120 hertz display, and you have to be in pretty much 120 hertz mode. And what it does is what they did was if they pretty much said if you're playing fidelity mode, which is targeting 30 frames per second, they increased the frame rate by 10. Well, not by 10, by 10 frames, so it can evenly go in it, because 40 goes evenly into 120, 30 doesn't. So it'll feel like playing Spider-Man at 40 will feel much closer to 60.
Much better.
Like it'll feel like 60 on a 60 hertz versus playing 40 on 120 hertz will feel like playing 60. So that's why
that's to a certain degree. To a certain degree.
I mean,
so like the VRR, right? If like developers properly, support it in their games, and on top of that whole super resolution shit that's coming, right? The FSR, AMD FSR. This is what I'm saying. I don't really think we need mid-gen refreshes.
The fuck we do?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, they can essentially cheat the shit into like. I know they're scared because of Unreal Engine 5 is proven to be an issue for CPUs. It's probably the most GPU friendly engine, but now it's taxing on the CPU. So that's why they're talking about that being like a possibility that we're gonna have to get like mid-thread registers where they focus on the CPU again, even though this is like the best CPU performance we've had in the console since ever. So it was just.
And it was up to date. It was like it was actually up to date.
You don't even have anything pushing the CPU currently on the system. So like, what are we really saying? I don't know.
So I don't know if Bless is going to jump in, but he did want to talk about because people. So PlayStation.
I don't know what he's saying. Like, why? What is he saying that it doesn't?
Well,
he said
if you.
I have a FreeSync display and I have VRR working fine. I just have to turn off FreeSync Premium Pro.
So you have to turn off FreeSync.
Yeah, there's been some mixed messaging from that. Like,
what? You have to turn off FreeSync to use it.
Yeah, because FreeSync is an alternative. FreeSync is an alternative version to VRR. Like you have to. FreeSync is native to your display.
It has
But
the
if
same
you-
job that VR.
It does the same job that VR
Yeah,
does, but
that's
it's
true.
it's a
That's
pick 'em
true.
it's a pick 'em choose 'em thing. Like you can't have
Yeah.
FreeSync on while
true.
using VRR.
All
That
right,
doesn't make
Bless,
sense.
you're gonna have to come here because I can't. I
Yeah, you
cannot
have to
speak
further explain that.
for the PlayStation and other displays because I've only used the PlayStation on 2 displays. My LG, which it works fine, and then my the Aurus monitor that I have, which it well, actually, I haven't used it since the VRR has been enabled, so I have to try it there. But I'm pretty sure it'll work, just for it being like a 2.1 display. But yeah, so it's hard for me. Like for example, I'll say this: Xbox VRR works. It's not limited to 2.1 or whatever. It works. It's compatible with literally any monitor that has VR, but Xbox is also compatible with FreeSync and G-Sync and all this other shit. So it accepts those, it accepts pretty much multiple variable refresh rate solutions over HDMI 2.1 and over HDMI 2.0. So it just has to have it. Now PlayStation, I'm not sure, but I can't really speak on it because I haven't really been messing with it, and right now the only game I've had to really demo it, I actually have Deathloop, but would be Spider-Man, and I played performance ray tracing, which you're getting higher than 60. It fluctuates anywhere between like 80 to 90, and I played the fidelity mode to see how much of a difference the 40 frames per second is, because people were telling me it's a godsend, and Bless, you are here, so let's hear your explanation.
I actually just turned it on and it works.
Yo, you hear me?
I turned off FreeSync and I have VR still on my PS5 and it works.
We can hear you, sir.
Yo, what I was saying was it's not working on a vast majority of displays that have like HDMI. My display was 500, actually 600. So shut the fuck up.
Does it have HDMI 2.1?
It came out before that, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so you don't have HDMI 2.1, so you don't have VRR.
Sure. No, doesn't it work with 2.0?
No,
it does not work with 2.0. It's only
It doesn't
2.1. You have to have a 2.1 enabled display to have VRR.
I could have sworn that.
And that's why it's fucking half-ass implemented.
How is it half-ass implemented? They said this before launch. VRR is only with HDMI 2.1. If you don't have an HDMI 2.1 enabled display, then you can't use VRR. That's a part of the HDMI. Yes, it's the same way. If you do not have an HDMI 2.1 display, you cannot use VRR. You can't use all low latency, none of those features. That's an HDMI standard issue, not Sony.
Wait. Hold
you
up.
You don't have enough bandwidth.
They can also support FreeSync, which they don't.
Yeah, that's the alternative. But then you won't be able to use the unlock mode because you don't have enough bandwidth over HDMI 2.0.
Hold on, Jay. Because according to the man, John Linnerman, he says, so it seems that PS5 VRR does work on older HDMI 2.0 FreeSync displays. That's what he said. That's if your display had that spec built into it. Because I remember there were particular Sony and Samsung displays that had VRR because they unlocked the bandwidth of that particular port. So you'll have a best port on your TV, right? But a lot of monitor manufacturers and TV manufacturers don't have that. That's the thing. So depending on how old your shit is, you have to upgrade the HDMI 2.1. Like I said, it's HDMI 2.0 does not have that in its standard or spec whatsoever. Okay,
my display isn't that old. It came out like a year and a half ago, maybe, and it has the ability to downsample from 4K. So like it'll
that's
detect
irrelevant. You don't have HDMI
2.0.
2.1, you're asked out.
Okay, yeah, I think because then he came back and said it works with 2.0. If it works on some 2.0 displays,
it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed though.
Yeah. Okay. That's what he said. So
hey man,
guess you're
that's
right.
Ass. All I gotta say is,
hey man, hold on, no.
It
ain't ass upgrade, nigga.
Hey, go play that Kirby on that Steam Deck.
Upgrade
Go
your
play
display.
Kirby on that Steam Deck.
Nah, I'm not upgrading until hold on. I'm not upgrading until I get a QD OLED monitor, bro. get a better OLED than the C1.
Dude,
Those
just get the
TV.
QD OLED TV, man. What
No, they against he's a
No,
PC
I don't play
gamer,
on
bro.
TV, nigga. I play on
Right.
man.
He's an official mustard.
Hold on,
race,
let
bro.
me answer
You gotta-
Lyrium. There,
He said musty
hold on,
race.
can you guys hear me? No,
I
I gotta
agree.
answer. I gotta answer Lyrium. He
mustard.
says Lyrium says I thought there were some HDMI 2.0 displays that can do VR. That is true. There are.
There are some, but it's not it's not a standard for those televisions, which is why there's so much confusion.
Well,
So is it
TVs.
basically
All right,
if-
so TVs, no, not TVs, because the VR is new to TVs, but for monitors, I mean, you can, there's.
Variable refresh rate's been a thing since like 2010.
Yeah.
Like 2010, 2011, 2012. Like G-Sync, that's another thing that I just find that funny that this shit's, oh my God, this exists? Bruh. PC be having technology years in advance. SSD's been on PC for fucking almost a decade.
But no developers were designing their games around the SSD. The only thing SSD was doing is giving you faster load times.
Man, let me guess. You're gonna bring up Ratchet and Clank, bro? Bro, Ratchet and Clank could be done on using other methods, but they just use the raw throughput of the SSD.
Right, but they're gonna do it. But as we get into the generation, we're gonna see how more creative they get with it.
Man,
it's gonna benefit PC as well. It's gonna benefit
moral
PC
of
as
the
well.
story is bless Reg, upgrade your
y'all
shit.
niggas getting hand-me-downs.
Upgrade your shit. We on 2.1, baby. It's time to.
It's 2.1 master race, baby.
It's time to come with us, baby.
Nah, bro.
I'm
waiting until I get superior. I'm gonna wait until I get superior image quality than y'all getting. Show me.
Well, cool. Yeah, I got it, bro.
Like, let's be right here, Bless. Like, a lot of your games come out busted. Like, it's not worth that investment on PC. Like,
hey man, nah, man, I saw niggas crying over Dying Light 2 on console. Yo, this what it look like? Oh man,
you said Dying Light 2 on Series S.
Blurry. Why is this shit so blurry?
Cyberpunk be blurry than not
baby.
Cyberpunk on consoles don't even have ray tracing. Sad, bro.
Yeah, dude. In the 30 FPS.
The one mode what it has like what? I remember. It's not even. It's like shadow or like
something
sun
like
shadow. It's like so
whack. How much I gotta pay? How much I gotta pay to get Cyberpunk at full native 4K 60-watt ray tracing? How much I gotta pay?
I mean, that's not even possible. Currently, that's not even possible. Full native with all the ray tracing settings on. That's not possible. That's not possible.
Damn, you can't even buy.
I mean, you can buy
shit on the market and get it. Say they so.
I mean, you can still buy a pre-build for what $1,500, get a 3070, and play it at 4K with DLSS on, and with ray tracing on, it still gets 60 FPS.
So of course the PC is going to be better. Look how more expensive it is.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. What's the problem?
Yeah, so I don't know why you
buy curiosity, Blessed. What kind of GPU do you even have?
I have a 3080, and I'm gonna get a 4080 when it comes out.
No, I'm 4090 gang, man.
4080 about 3012.
4090 gang. Go chain gaming here.
Yeah, can we talk about something else?
All right, let's go. Switch the topic.
No. Well, it says they always wanted VRR. That's
yeah.
I don't care what they always wanted. Smooth, you don't even know what that shit is half the time. Let's just move on.
I'm glad PlayStation
I've been invested into VRR for a very long. I've been invested in monitors
just because
for
you
a
buy
very
something
long time.
Just because you buy something that says it's compatible with VRR, don't mean you know how to use what it is.
I do though. That's the problem.
Remember when they thought Flight Sim was running at 120 FPS?
Smooth's been the main person.
I never thought Flight Sim was running at.
No, I know it was the batch.
It's funny you say that, Addict. You literally watched me buy 3 monitors in a matter of a week, trying to find the right one that I want to my liking.
And you still end up selling that one too, did you not?
No, I still got the Aurus.
Did you not talk to me a couple weeks ago about you want to upgrade your monitor?
I want to downsize my monitor. It's too big.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, you have like the 43 inch.
yo.
Yeah, it's just too big.
Oh,
It's like
you
I
got
have, like,
anything else to talk about but VRR?
what? This is the last topic. I mean, I didn't say too much about it. I did not say too much about VRR. I want to give everybody his due. It's been trending on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I figured, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the last topic. I thought that
The moral of the
hold
story
on.
is thank you, PlayStation.
Thank you, Xbox. If it was, think about it. Hold on. Think about it. Xbox had VR for damn near for 6 years, right? Between Xbox One S and Xbox One X, had it there. Then they took it up another notch.
Yeah, but nobody was using it back then, Smooth.
But yeah, all they did it was
then.
like beta test it for the next generation consoles. So when the next gen consoles came, all these old games suddenly benefited on the next generation consoles because of it. So the fact is, we've been talking about VR, FPS boost, and all these frames we're playing at on the console, and I'm excited because I was having PC-like experiences on a box. And people are like, but it's old games. It's old games. That's a crutch. I don't have to worry about my frames dropping, right? Talking all this shit, right? Like, I mean, talking all this shit, like VRR, like making memes and all this other shit. Y'all talk about y'all playing VR, y'all ain't playing games, all this other shit. And I'm like, wow. I was like, watch when this shit hit PlayStation, you guys. And I think I even tweeted, I was like, bro, when VR hits, Ghostwire Tokyo is going to be the shit. I think I tweeted that. Because
that frame rate is.
I should try that. I definitely should try that game.
Why your detractors ain't pull that tweet up? Like
you see? So the thing is, I'm like, now, fast forward to this week, right? Nick, VR had niggas looking stupid. I mean, people were like, I'm playing Spider-Man at 4K 120. What? People
people were saying some dumb shit, bro.
I think some of them shit was troll. Like I think because I know the Jay Barr one, he was trolling with that one.
But the thing is, there was literal.
Some people had questioned it though. There were some people that were like genuinely like they thought it was like 120. Which is like, bro.
So people are like, so people are like, oh,
people don't know what frame rates are.
This is amazing. Oh my god, this is like a brand new experience. It's like I'm playing on the PS5 Pro. Oh, they're saying all this stuff, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, when I was talking about this shit last year, it was a problem because it's okay. You know what's crazy?
Listen, it ain't about who did it first. It's about who did it better.
But dude, you know why I'm mad?
They didn't even do it better.
I'm mad.
Hey, Insomniac says otherwise.
But they're not. But the thing is, you know what's funny, right?
That makes no sense.
They're using old games. They're using old games to show it off. And I'm like, come on, dog. I was like, so now you're showing games that you done platinum 2 years ago, right? You done platinum, you got no point in playing the game.
But they're still this generation games. Though,
but it's still old, bro.
The very beginning.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not like it's the Xbox One Phantom Dust game.
That is a question I do.
It's not like
I do have a question on like why isn't it just working with every game, off the bat? Like why do these games have to be patched?
I'm gonna tell you this, Dre, and I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair to PlayStation. I'm gonna be fair to PlayStation, right? It doesn't VRR isn't like most games don't even support VRR. VRR is just a
so it has to be support. Okay.
No, it's not even that it has to be supported. It's just a feature. All right, VRR. VRR FreeSync G-Sync is honestly is this shit because PC gamers don't play at a locked fucking frame rate. It's just their games run all over the fucking place. So they need a regulator.
We've always had this.
They needed a regulator to smooth that shit out, right? So what they do, they
get rid of screen tearing
and screen tearing, all that shit that takes place. You play one of these games at a crazy ass frame rate on these old rinky-dink ass monitors, you're gonna have screen tearing all over the place. So what happened was NVIDIA put out, I think that NVIDIA is responsible for G-Sync, right?
They are.
And AMD
and AMD did FreeSync.
FreeSync, and then you have like and then obviously in VR and stuff came out, so that was sort of like a regulator for all that, and it just kind of just became a normal thing. Xbox bought into it because they were thinking ahead. It's like, hey, we have in the future we're going to achieve higher frame rates on consoles. But they know you can't just have higher frame rates and no regulator to it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're gonna get screen tearing. So what they did was they started doing implementations with the Xbox One X and Xbox One S, even though there was no need for it in those consoles because most of the games on those consoles ran at 30 frames per second. But when they did have games that come out like Doom and Wolfenstein and shit like that and Battlefield, they would try to hit 60 frames per second, but VRR, if you're playing on a VRR display, would assist it to at least give it a smoother outcome. Now, fast forward to this generation, it became a staple. So it's not like games were made like, oh my God, we're gonna make a game and we're gonna put a VRR mode in there. What happened is that VR is there to pretty much, because there's no perfect outside of your track racer and your fucking fighting games.
Any game.
There's no game that's running at a locked frame rate. Now, locked 60, no nothing, right? So that's why that is there to exist. It's just to kind of have a smooth experience. And now that we get to play games at a higher frame rate, just like we ain't getting no games that's locking at 120 frames. I mean, Xbox does because it's boosting games that are running way well below its weight. They can lock games at 120, but games that come out now, current gen games that have an unlocked frame, they're not going to lock it to 120. They're going to be fluctuating. They're going to say 60 plus, higher frame rates. So you're going to be hitting 90, 80, 70 frames per second, but you need something to smooth that out to make it feel better than what we would get at a locked 60. And that's why VRR exists. So if a game doesn't support VRR, what they're saying is, well, this game doesn't have quote unquote unlock or a pretty much unlock frame rate mode. But most games that you're playing, or all games, if it works right, all games that you're playing on a VRR display, your console supports VR, and if it has any frame drops, then you should be golden. You're not going to notice. Most people before experiencing VR and FreeSync didn't know when their frame dropped unless the shit froze, right? Just give me a heads up. Just most people don't know when their frames dropping or when their resolution's dropping. They don't know. They don't see it because they ain't paying attention, right? So now, pretty much, it's to the point where you're not going to know. If you ain't noticed it then, you damn sure ain't going to notice it now. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
So all those unsupported games will benefit through VR. And if they don't, then that means Sony has a poor implementation of it if anything wrong happens, because all it is just making sure that like the frames is matching up with it's trying to even out the frames from the game to the TV or to the monitor. If I explained that right. Sorry about the rant. Because I got mad at somebody said that PlayStation better implemented it than Xbox, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I saw that. That was dumb as fuck. That was dumb. Yeah, it's basically the GPU synchronizing the frames it's getting with the monitor itself. They're synchronizing the frames because if the GPU is giving too many frames, it's not going to be synchronizing to whatever the monitor's refresh rate is. It will be over it, and that will cause screen tearing because the monitor is receiving information too quickly. And if it's under it, it's going to have screen tearing as well. So, yeah. It's just synchronizing them, so the refresh rate is moving with the GPU, whatever the frame rate is. That's what it is.
All right, this dude Daniel Malnick says no 2.0 displays do VR. Are you serious? VR existed before 2.1 HDMI. Just to give him a heads up, VR existed before 2.1.
I think what he's trying to say that VRR is supported on 2.0 displays. Good luck trying to find it. If it does, that's great. I'm pretty sure there are some displays, but it's very, very rare. You're guaranteed to get VR or HDMI 2.1. You might as well upgrade to an HDMI 2.1 display instead of trying to find the HDMI 2.0 display.
You're better off getting.
It makes no sense.
There's enough 2.1 displays out now for you to like.
Yeah, and a variety of prices as well.
There's a Reddit thread that shows what displays are supported and what's not. That the supported list is pretty small.
Nigga, just get a 2.1 joint, man. Stop playing.
Nigga, no.
Just get the 2.1.
I've never seen.
Matter of fact, why won't you want to just future-proof your point, man?
Matter of fact, it's not even future-proof. That's future-proofing for consoles. Like there's displays that have G-Sync modules in them that don't have HDMI 2.1 because G-Sync modules don't support HDMI 2.1. But there's great displays out there right now. Like if
those are
if my
TVs.
if I get
Are you
if I
hooking
get
up your
a
PC
new,
to TV?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I play on monitors.
Okay.
Doesn't your GPU support?
That's why G-Sync is on monitors.
Yeah, my GPU supports it, but my monitor doesn't.
So nigga, get just get 2.1 and you straight.
I'm not buying. I'm not buying a new.
Dre,
My nigga.
Don't.
You're not understanding. You don't even know
make
what type of
sense,
monitor
man.
I want, Dre. What monitor do I want, Dre? What specifications am I looking for?
I'm
You
not
don't even know.
But I'm just
You don't
saying,
even
man.
know.
Just get the 2.1.
Oh yeah, just get a monitor.
and-
Like I'm not gonna, bro. I'm not gonna
And be
just get a
done with it.
monitor. I'm not gonna just get a random monitor that I want to upgrade anyway. I'm not just gonna buy a random monitor. I'm not gonna buy.
Don't buy a
4K
random
HDMI
joint.
2.1 monitor.
I
want a good monitor that has good HDR at 1440p. That's what I want. And guess what? I'm not getting that right now.
All right, I got the solution for you. There's a 42
I'm not gonna get a 4K
OLED.
monitor.
There's a 42-inch OLED that you can get that has all.
I'm
the
not
bells and
buying a
whistles,
42-inch fucking TV. I'm not buying a 42-inch TV.
Yo, why don't you just get the alien? Get the Alienware, man.
The mustard race, my man.
You see the
Alienware
Alienware
monitors. Bro. I know it's the first one. It's an ultra wide monitor. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're gonna be waiting for a while because they're not pinning OLED at 1440p. That shit gonna be 4K, bro.
Yeah.
Hey man, if it's good enough, I'll switch over. But
yeah, switch to 4K.
1440p is definitely the marker because that's the sweet spot and it has the best frame rate. I don't even want to use. I don't even want to use DLSS all the time. Like I don't.
Like
even at 4K, I don't like.
You acting like we can't run our games at 4K right now. Like,
why not?
4K easily.
Isn't DLS like?
We're ray tracing native.
With next generation,
yeah. I like the sound of ray tracing, but I think ray tracing is the most overrated feature in all of gaming.
Wait, what's overrated? What
ray
did you
tracing,
say?
Ray tracing. Kind
of implementation.
Overrated, guys. Overrated.
Wait, Chris. Nah, Chris.
Implementation, bro.
You remember when like Smooth was like, "Yo, Xbox is gonna have better ray tracing than PS5."
Hey, I was wrong. Yeah. I will admit I was wrong on ray tracing, and that's ray tracing only. But what I remain right is when I said Xbox will have more 60 frames per second and more 100.
Look at him trying to deflect. Look at him trying to deflect.
Now you got you was right.
He can't use that, man. That's not fair, dog. Because he's bringing in 360 games, dog. That's not fair.
Yeah, exactly, Dre. Exactly. But you know what
Hold on, 360 only.
I'm saying he bringing in Phantom Dust and Voodoo vents.
Yo,
at 120.
360 only represent about maybe 5% of the games that are FPS boosted, bro. Like that's not even like I don't even have to mention the 360 games to still be have Xbox in the lead by a good 100.
Yo, Smooth would be that one dude tweets out a fucking 360 game 120 talking about we got the most 120 frames games, yo.
You got the most yeah.
But
you got it. Smooth.
No, but shout out to Insomniac because they like, you know what I mean? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. They'll do something to make sure that the PlayStation is punching above his weight because it is impressive to see Spider-Man running at over 60 FPS with ray tracing. Even though the ray tracing y'all using is the compromised one, it's not the fidelity ray tracing, it's the actual performance ray tracing, which is less people in a crowd, half I think quarter of the resolution and stuff like that. I'm not saying that it's bad, but like you
really are.
Yeah,
that was a low blow, bro.
He's not even lying though.
Tell these console peasants that they're saying ray tracing is overrated because they're getting the dollar value ray tracing on the consoles. Tell them.
Y'all not even getting ray tracing for real.
I mean, to be honest, you're not really like. Let's take Cyberpunk for example. It's just
I know.
No reflections, no like, bruh. Like you can have
huge,
global illumination, you can have reflection, you can have ambient occlusion. Like you can
ray tracing is cool, right? Ray tracing is cool when you look at it, whatever. But after a while, like you just don't really like notice or care anymore. Like, after a while, you just really don't.
Ray tracing definitely makes the game look better.
But of course it makes it look better, but I'm just saying after a while it's just like
that global illumination on Dying Light.
Global illumination?
Oh my god. Global illumination
is beautiful. Like literally, like if you played a game like Control fully ray traced, you're not gonna just stop noticing it. If you play Cyberpunk fully maxed out on PC, you're not gonna stop noticing it.
Like the OG Doom game and put ray tracing that shit. I was shocked. I said, "Damn!"
Like there's times I'll literally just stand.
Like no point.
There's times I'll literally just stand around or just drive around Cyberpunk, just like in awe at the lights, the reflections and like the lighting. Like this shit is crazy.
And that's why we need mid-gen refreshers.
And that's why it's probably gonna happen.
That's why y'all need PC.
Just get a PC, Trey, if you really care about that shit.
Smooth got a PC. He got that 3070 Ti, man. He got to play some games.
I got this dog shit 3050, man. Who won it though?
You really just want to get it.
It's not even a Ti version. It's not even a Ti.
Bro, don't sell that. Don't sell that until you have the 40 series in hand, bro.
Yeah,
don't sell that until you have another one.
4070.
I'll never forget, man. These dudes sold their 2080 Ti's. They were stuck holding the bag for months.
Shit was funny, dog.
Oh shit!
People they sold that shit for $400. Imagine selling a 2080 Ti.
No, they didn't even sell it for $400. There was people who sold it for cost like $1,200. They got their money for it, but they didn't have no replacement card to use in the meantime.
No, I'm talking about the people before the 30 series launch. When they were rumoring about the 3070, and then like they announced it, but
sold it for $400 is stupid.
They sold it. Yeah. I heard people were buying like $400 for 2080 Ti's. I'm like, brother.
Like, I'm not selling my 3090 for less than $1,200. I'm never doing that.
Is that MSRP?
No, that's a little bit below MSRP.
That's below it.
Damn.
Like, in the 4070 is rumored to be a 3090 at like 600. Like performance wise.
I need that.
It's always.
So, like, I mean, you definitely have way more VRAM than that car is gonna have. So you should definitely be able to get more.
Oh yeah,
at least $300 more. $300 at least more.
Because for indie like game developers, having 24 gigs of RAM on Unreal 5, like you need that. So yeah.
Damn, hold on. So how much?
Smooth? Did you bring that up? Talking about the Unreal Engine 5 about to be tanking these consoles, man. We're gonna be stuck at 30 frames per second.
Honestly.
Man.
Not me,
guys.
Like, come on, man.
Not me.
Yeah, not me. Not me either. Not me. Honestly, that the I don't know if y'all seen Alex's and NX Gamer made a video as well about
which Alex?
The Matrix video on PC. That shit is mad taxing, bro. 60 FPS Unreal Engine 5 games. The caveat is using the features of Unreal Engine 5, which is Lumen.
Yeah.
The using Lumen and using what's the other thing called? It's Lumen for the lighting and Nanite. Using both of those together, I don't know if we're gonna see good 60 FPS games. Them shits is about to be struggling if they even do 60 FPS modes.
They'll toy around with some assets inside there to turn, like, not everything needs to be fucking turned up to the max, bro.
Right.
Honestly.
Facts.
They're gonna have to find ways to optimize.
Yeah, they'll find cheats around it to get you the performance that you need. Especially
I'm just tired of these fidelity modes, performance mode. I'm getting sick of it already, man. Just make the game around 60 frames, dog, and it look however it look, man. Yeah. Like,
I wish they would have done that with Horizon, man.
The thing is most people who play on consoles, they really don't care about it as much as we do. As much as we do. Yeah. So they're always gonna push for fidelity. Because that's the seller.
Thing. These games can look good at 60 frames. Like, I mean,
yeah, they can, but You know, it's just that demand. That's what I'm saying. It's like, to me, it's like when we got into the HD era and everybody started demanding more graphics. To me, they started taking away from fucking gameplay mechanics and shit like that. Like, I feel like we gotten less gameplay mechanics than what we were getting back on the PS2 and shit like that, when they weren't pushing graphics like that so they can do more with the game. You know, there's something that like Nintendo does and shit like that. But hopefully, with the easier development and
you want to hear something crazy? You see this gameplay of Sleeping Dogs, right?
Oh my god!
Driving, right?
Oh,
you see the streets? I'll take that over ray tracing, bro. That's just give me some good,
brother.
Just give me some fucking good.
That's
SSR. Yeah,
just give me some good SSR, bro. Just give me some good SSR.
Some SSRs can look really good.
Yeah, some are not bad at all. But
I'm taking ray tracing. When done right, y'all on console, y'all tasted it, bro. Y'all just tasted it. Y'all haven't got the full course meal.
I got the full course meal with Ratchet and Spider-Man.
Yo, matter of fact, I need that help.
That's literally only reflection. That's one setting. That's one.
That's all right. That's all we need.
That is a taste.
That's the main thing you notice is the reflection. You don't be noticing shadows.
I got 2 questions.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I got one question, right? When playing on PC, right, and I'm using the HDMI 2.1 monitor, should I use a DisplayPort or HDMI?
Use DisplayPort.
Use DisplayPort. DisplayPort is OD. Okay. Just use DisplayPort.
You get more frames over DisplayPort than HDMI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
HDMI is Honestly, console should have HDMI, but DisplayPort is a PC thing, so whatever, I guess.
Okay, because that's what I have now, and then I just need help trying to figure out the settings that I want for Ghostwire Tokyo, because I wasn't really a big fan of the performance I was getting, and I understand why. So
yeah, it's just whenever
you're playing with ray tracing without DLSS.
No, I put the DLSS on, and it was still like not like I was still like somewhere in like the 40s, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, share your screen with us whenever you get the chance on Discord. Look at your settings.
I bought it on. I got gifted it on PC. PS5 no.
That's what I'm saying. That shit stay in the 40s.
In terms of frame rate.
Yeah, the frame rate on there is horrendous.
That shit stay in the 40s, the 30s, man. Pissing me off.
But yeah, just tomorrow, Bugsnax makes his highly anticipated debut on the Xbox console.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best games on next gen, man.
Is it coming to Xbox?
Yeah, tomorrow.
You buying that?
It's on Game Pass.
Oh shit!
I rocked that on. What was it? It was on PS Plus. I'm about to get it through Game Pass.
I got it on Plus, and I haven't even played it. I got it on Plus.
What's up, man? You trying to play that shit together, bro? What's up?
Nah, I'm cool, bro.
Hit that co-op, Bugsnax.
I'd rather play Animal Crossing.
I'm gonna try to do the midnight release for it, bro. Like,
oh man,
midnight release. Stop this, bro. Bugsnax,
what y'all think about
Knack, bro?
What y'all think about this with PlayStation doing this 2-hour?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please. We can close out on this one.
Aren't they forcing studios to do that?
No, they're
not forcing.
They said that they will handle PlayStation themselves will handle the 2-hour, and they say any game above $35, I think that's over 2 hours or whatever, has to have it implemented. The way that I see it is like, for example, like Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring came out that didn't launch day one on Game Pass or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So if premium was around, you can try it out for 2 hours and shit like that. All this shit that people are saying, they're charging for demos and shit like that. Listen,
paid demos. Shit's ass.
We used to fucking pay for fucking demos back in the day because you had to buy. Well, I used
buy
to
the magazine.
Yeah, I used to steal them. I ain't gonna lie. I used to go to the grocery store.
Stealing?
You steal a disc out of the magazine.
Yeah, you steal a disc. Yeah, because that's the only way we used to get demos back in the day. It wasn't until we got digital downloads. But then now, barely other than Square Enix and Capcom, no other companies really does demos like that. You know what I mean?
That's
so at least,
what happened? Like, why did they?
Yeah,
stop?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what happened?
So at least I don't know. Besides Square Enix, they do demos, and Capcom they do demos, but
Bandai Namco does as well.
Yeah, we don't really get demos like that anymore. So like now, if if most of these games we're able to try them out before we buy them.
Do y'all still like that though? Because is it all right? I don't. Beyond that, it's essentially renting the fucking game for 2 hours, and I thought y'all don't rent games.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's literally you.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have to buy a service in order to do this?
Yep, you got to buy the
you
the
have to purchase.
tier.
It's not even just purchasing a demo. It's you're feeding into a service.
And that's what I don't like.
This is just an addition. Like the main thing what's the main reason why you would get PS Plus? It's for the content, right? For the games.
Yes.
Right? That's like whether with or without trials, it's gonna live or die. Nobody's gonna get PS Plus just for the trials. They're gonna get PS Plus Premium because hey, are there these PS1 games I want to play or whatever games I want to play? I don't know. I just don't really see it as a biggest deal as some people are making it out to be. I mean, if you wanna fucking say, oh, you paying for this and pay for that, but it's like, to me, like I said, like the example for Elden Ring or the next Assassin's Creed. The next Assassin's Creed come out, it's not on Game Pass or anything like that, right? Then you get if you got PS Plus Premium, you can try it out for 2 hours. Some people brought up the Steam refund things, but even with the Steam refunds, you still have to put up money. You still got to put up $60. You know what I mean? Of your own money.
Hey, guess what? You know the best way to demo a game? Pirate on PC. Thank you and good night. Good night.
Like this, man. Okay.
That's literally the best way.
If you want,
a lot of people do that and still buy the game, by the way.
Yeah. To me, they don't have this, right? And then there is no trials because even with EA, right? You still got to get EA Plus or EA Play, whatever that shit service.
Yeah, you gotta pay for a subscription.
Yeah, to do the 10-hour trial and shit like that. Like,
but here's my thing, though, right? Here's my thing. If you they're gonna lock it behind the paywall, right? Okay, but at least make it so that it's on every tier, not just make it for the highest tier. Because now you're locking out 2 other tiers of niggas who want to try these games.
I still think that middle tier makes no fucking sense.
And just make it for every tier. If they're gonna lock it behind the paywall anyway, so just let everybody use it instead of forcing people to upgrade to the highest tier, man. I could definitely. That's a valid point. I guess they trying to throw more extra shit into the highest tier to make it more appealing, I guess. And that goes to me saying a couple weeks ago they should have just had 2 services: the normal service and the highest service.
Yeah,
this middle tier service.
I don't think nobody's really gonna get the middle tier service like that. It's either gonna be the base or the highest one. Yeah.
People only focus on the lowest costing and the highest costing.
Yeah.
When it comes to things,
I'm just gonna pay for the year for premium. That's it. Call the day.
Now you can't.
I'm gonna get premium too.
See that they blocked it.
Block what?
Yo,
they blocked the stacking.
Yeah, you can't stack.
You can't stack it anymore.
I'll still just pay for the year. I know you can't stack it, but I'll just pay for the year.
It's just that
the only thing they stopped was the PS. The only thing they stopped was the free PS Now upgrade, because if you had a year of PS Now, whenever it goes live, you will automatically be updated. So people were buying $60 a year PS Now.
They stopped that?
That's what I'm saying. They block people from.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. They stopped. Yeah, they stopped that shit.
I know Salty be doing that shit. That nigga be.
He's out there like
down bad.
But it doesn't, like, to me.
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm always finding this shit for cheap anyway. It's like PS Plus. Like the last time I paid for it was like $27. So.
Yo,
but then again, it's like I don't even know if I'm gonna subscribe to Plus Premium right away, because they haven't fucking given us a list of anything. Like they haven't, like, so
what's happening.
It's a content driven service, but they haven't shown us what the content is, and it's about to release in a month. So it's like, so that's, to me, that's like the most important shit. All this other extra shit that they thrown in there with trials or whatever, it's like that's whatever to me.
Speaking of services, their service, PS3 emulation. Y'all saw that MGS4 video?
Yeah.
MGS4 lives on our PS3, by the way. If you want to play it, you already know where to go. PC.
No, but did you see that they're hiring?
Oh, the game preservation team.
Yeah, they're hiring and this is facts. It's not rumors. They're hiring a game preservation team and stuff like that. And then one of the people that they hire, right? I think he's one of the leads or whatever. Somebody asked him like, you know,
Yeah, no, they asked him like, Sony created a PlayStation game preservation team, and the senior build engineer, Garrett Fredley, he updated his LinkedIn, and people reached out to him, like asking him, "Hey, what are you going to be doing with this?" So they're preserving like current games, but there's also a possibility that they can go to older titles and make it natively playable on PS5.
No, he liked the tweet. Somebody he liked the tweet. Yeah, he liked the tweet of somebody replying to him and said like, "Oh, you know, I hope y'all doing PS3s or whatever," and he liked that tweet. So yeah, I don't know.
This is what I've been saying. Like Sony obviously has the resources to have and make a team like that, like how Xbox did with the compatibility team. So put the team together, have them devoted to nothing but just back compat for PS3, PS2, and all that shit natively. Hopefully because I know they can do it. It's just a matter of effort and time. The one thing I want them to add to that is trophies. Like, yo, if there's certain titles that don't have trophies, add trophies to it. Obviously, PS3 games have trophies, so that's not even a problem.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Fucking
trophy supported. Right, but our PS3 took a while to get off the ground. But no, they can absolutely do it. It's not impossible. Like PS3 emulation on PS5, it's not there's not an impossible thing. It's whether Sony cares enough to put in the time and the effort and shit like that.
It's just optimizing. Like you're backporting an old architecture. Well, not even backporting, but you're trying to take an old architecture in the Cell and make it work on Zen 2, which is possible because you have 8 cores, 16 threads. You can emulate the way the behavior of Cell worked onto Zen to a certain extent because of the way that what was it like? It was like the SPUs or some shit. It was some core architecture they had there.
Yeah. That's
you have to make it behave the same.
Yeah, I'll say like if anyone watched the full video, John was basically saying like, oh, like if they were to even like say put RPCS3 on console, like it wouldn't run as well because Zen 2 is not the best in terms of emulating for RPCS3. But it's like if Sony were to do it themselves, they would probably do it better. So
they will. It would be more funding and more research.
So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. They will have to buy like an actual specialized team that they can do it, that they can do a better emulation solution than RPS PC.
Man, that's why Xbox is the best box, man.
Yes, sir.
Figure it out, man. Credit, man.
You can emulate RP. You can emulate fucking PS3 games on RPC on Xbox.
Well, obviously, Sony kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit when it came to the cell architecture. That's definitely giving them more trouble and shit like that. Now, with the Xboxes, it was easier to do these things. So, but Sony can absolutely do it, and I hope they are. And I hope this preservation team is a sign of that. So we'll see. You know, even though remember we don't care about old games.
That's what I said because I hear that a lot.
You don't care.
And then the conversation of PS3, they gotta figure out PS3, man. Like, but
I could play Uncharted 2 again natively. Oh my god.
Yeah, I personally don't care about old games.
But okay, Dre, you say that, but as soon as Metal Gear Solid 4 becomes available,
or Metal Gear Solid 4,
like do a remake or a remaster.
The old Resistance games or like Killzone or
I think
people will change their tone.
Or if they can do it how Xbox does it, get the 16 times catastrophic or whatever you call it, the filtering.
Let's just call it image cleanup.
Right.
Anisotropic filtering.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, sir.
Man.
If they could do all that, then okay, cool. But if they just putting it like natively how it like how it currently is, I'm cool on that. Just give me a remake, remaster, and call it a day.
Yeah, man.
But to each his own. Yeah, got it. I really don't care.
So last thing I want to talk about. So apparently Gearbox 2K is making Tales of the Borderlands 2.
Why?
Yeah, that was the best Telltale game I played.
It was damn good. That's why.
Give me Borderlands
4. Didn't make the first one, right? That was
Telltale. Telltale made the first one.
Crazy.
No, Telltale's good. They good.
And Disney announced a free-to-play game.
You know, I never played a Telltale game.
I never did. Me neither, man. You're not on the same boat, man. I never played one either.
No, I don't. The only game that I played that's like that was Indigo Prophecy back in the day, and Detroit. But the only reason why I played Detroit because it came with PS Plus, and I actually really enjoyed it. I played it with my wife.
Detroit is so fire, man.
I actually really enjoyed it. But I don't really play a lot of those games. I haven't played The Walking Dead or Wolf Among Us or any of those games.
Brother, and you like story games, bro, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go ahead.
He likes more engaging story games. Okay.
I like more. No, like look at my favorite games.
More interactive.
My favorite games are games like Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that should tell you
with no real actual like.
Don't say no real story because I'll flame you because those games have real stories. They're just not told to you in a traditional storytelling cinematic way for you to follow easy.
What do you have story? You gotta like look up, like you gotta like find like notes and shit.
When Elden Ring first came out, you had to draw a map and take notes.
No. I mean the NPC dialogues and item descriptions and stuff like that. But
see, I say like with Returnal, like if I gotta go outside,
it's still like heavy on gameplay. You know what I mean? It's still heavy on gameplay
to find the story. You didn't tell a good story, in my opinion. If I gotta read notes, look on the internet to see what you're talking about, do all these hieroglyphic shit.
Yeah, it's like just like Destiny.
Hey,
man.
I agree with you. I would agree with you for the most part, but I think that From Software, they do it. When they do it, is actually done very well, in my opinion. They're an anomaly because usually, for the most part, I would agree with you, Jay. That's like, that wouldn't be like great storytelling and shit like that. But I don't know. It's something about From Software game. The way they do it is different.
Not to bring this game up, you know what I mean. But I think The Last of Us 2, like The Last of Us series in general, does storytelling like probably the best to me because their notes doesn't like it fleshes out the world, you know what I mean, and it tells you like what happened like in that, you know, around that area or whatnot, you know what I mean, but there's, you know, you can still, the story is still cohesive enough that you understand what's going on, but the notes that they lay around is pretty damn good too. So it's like, oh shit. I mean, you know, I didn't want to bring The Last of Us up. You know, Last of Us 2, one of the greatest.
That's one of the greatest games of all time. Yeah.
But
God damn it! Why would you bring it up? No. Ain't trying to hear this bullshit.
You know,
sound like fucking Xbox University. All
right. But
yeah,
it's time for me to skedaddle out of here. Never mind. Will we be here next week? Yes, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I think we might.
I'm actually off that day.
Might see some Jedi Fallen Order stuff. Maybe.
Yep, that's the rumor.
Happy Cinco de Mayo as well.
Yes, sir. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
My birthday's next Friday.
Oh, Doctor Strange comes out next Friday too. I'm seeing that day one.
There's a lot of shit about to come out in theaters, man.
We gotta jump on that Battlefront 2, man. You know.
Oh, Nick, you got that on PlayStation? Yo, I was a beast on that shit on PlayStation, bro.
You got it on PlayStation?
I got it.
That's cap. He's whack.
I should get it on PlayStation.
I was a beast in Battlefront, man.
I think it was on PS Plus that one time, and I think I got it off of that.
Well, it's on EA access any way you put it, so there's no running away from it.
I wonder if it. Actually, I don't think it probably doesn't have crossplay.
And Battlefront
I don't want to boot that shit up.
I mean, I'll download the game if y'all trying to play whenever.
I don't think it has crossplay. So
no,
it doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let me check my game library right now. Actually,
it's on EA access, man. You can't there's no way around this game.
I mean, if y'all download it on PlayStation,
I got Battlefront 2 through PS Plus. I remember. Yeah, there we go.
All right, bet.
GG.
I mean,
and it's always on sale.
$9.
Because when I rebought it again, I rebought it for like $5.
Man, I'd just be redeeming everything on PlayStation Plus.
Because me and Smooth tried to go back and play the first one, and that joint looked crazy.
Nah, you can't play the first one. The second one looks way better.
Yeah, the second one actually looks really good. I think the second one looks better than some of the Battlefield games that came out.
Oh yeah, the second Battlefront. Oh, I played Battlefront 2 on the new gen consoles. That shit look clean, especially on the Series X.
We don't get it on PlayStation.
Did they get a patch?
Nah. But the thing is that what happened was, well,
it was the One X. It was the One X.
It was the One X version.
Had high resolution.
Yeah. So now you get that with the consistent high FPS, and it just looks like, all right, this is how it's supposed to be played, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, PC.
I ran through the expansion. They dropped one story mode expansion on that shit. And I played through it on the Series X and whatnot.
What's up, Ole Man Logan? You trying to play some extension on Ghost, bro?
Sure.
Nah, let me stop. I don't got the game on PlayStation.
Anybody trying to play baseball? I want to see who else I can beat.
I don't know. You will never catch me in that.
Baseball, bro. Never catch me on sports games.
I still need my rematch in live, dog. Because after that bullshit that happened, kind of like a NickBanks story.
Do you have live on PlayStation? I believe I have it. I have it on PS4 as well. But
for real?
Live? Yeah, I live. I double dipped live, and I double dipped. I think Battlefront 1. There's only a couple games that I've literally double dipped. Let's get out of here, though. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Playing Xbox Podcast. This is episode 102. Hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Not one by one, but a couple repeated names. Verge Brizzle, Larium, Level 1 Gaming, a.k.a. Fame. He should be on here maybe in 2 weeks. Skywalker, Alex PSX is typically here. I don't know if I see him. Pixelbit G, Troy Perry, I'm J Got, Benji.
That's all my haters in the chat. See y'all.
Daniel Manlick. That's and
what the hell? Pause.
Yeah, that was I don't know if I was even supposed to say
Manlick. Yo, what the fuck? That's random.
But yeah, man, shout out to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the share button. We will see you guys next week, and I'll try to put out some more content. I know I've been slow, work's been busy, and I'll try to put out some more content. But you know, it's been dry. Hopefully Xbox and PlayStation start talking about what they're going to be doing for the summer, because that's really what's going to get like the internet talking over the next 3 months.
Hopefully PlayStation doesn't wait until September.
Yeah, September.
That would be nice if we get something in the summer.
Yeah, right.
Are you talking about a showcase?
Yeah, showcase. Yeah.
Yo, Smooth, y'all, bro, you Xbox fans, man. Y'all need to get on Microsoft to have a thing similar to a State of Play or a Nintendo Direct that they can show periodically throughout the year.
This is what I'm gonna
make y'all wait one show throughout the year.
Yeah, but people didn't like it.
I'm not talking about that format. No, that whole sitting down with developers. No.
Okay, gotcha.
Just do it like a State of Play or Nintendo Direct. Just game.
Now, I will say this, that Xbox will be in position to do that after this Activision deal go through, because they'll have two publishers that typically did their own showcases, and they'll have events. So, and I think when you consider that, Bethesda would be able to do a showcase that would count as an Xbox showcase. Activision would be able to do its Call of Duty reveal and whatever, and that will be its own event. And then Xbox, first party and global publishing, they should be able to have, and then they have the Idea Inbox show. So they right now in a position to be able to do that. I just think it doesn't happen. Obviously, at this point, it ain't gonna happen until next year, when they can actually do that. But yeah, I mean, I do think they should have, like, because this whole waiting once a year thing. And there's a rumor has it that there's going to be two shows, one on Sunday and one on Monday. Monday's going to be Bethesda. Sunday's going to be Xbox, like the core Xbox first party, and then Monday's going to be Bethesda ZeniMax.
What, this week?
No. When they do their
or are you talking about for like
like a summer showcase.
Like when they do their summer showcase.
Would be E3.
But the thing at the top,
E3 is dead, baby.
Yeah, so I said what would be E3?
Yeah, but the only thing about that is that if they do that, it's like you want like Starfield on the Xbox show to like kind of like. So I think maybe I don't know.
Yeah, why wouldn't they do it all at once? Why did they do it? I don't know. Maybe Bethesda got a lot more.
Bethesda probably has a lot. If you can, I mean, Bethesda.
Matter of fact, it would be great if it's like 30 minutes or an hour of just Starfield gameplay. That would be great.
Yeah, I know one thing, man. Before we get out of here, I know one thing. I know Starfield better hit, nigga. Yeah, Starfield better be game of the generation.
He says that after he sells his Xbox, right?
Listen.
He's saying that after the way people are hyping it up.
He has a PC, bro.
He has a 3050 Ti. Oh no, a 3050.
No, he didn't even got the Ti, Smooth.
Huh?
He didn't even got the Ti version.
He got the 3050.
No, there is no Ti. There is no Ti for desktop. But I mean, he can play that shit. He can play.
I can see it.
Think about it this way. No. You're not gonna disrespect a 3050 like that. A 3050 is still like better than a Series S, my dude. You laughing, but you have a Series S, don't you?
That's
the fuck are you laughing at?
It's gonna play better than the Series S.
I mean, with the way Starfield's gonna be looking, man, Starfield might be pushing PCs.
That shit gonna be buggy as fuck. This 3050 dog shit. I feel him 100%.
He said at least you're gonna see the game. You're not gonna run it, but you can see it.
I'm just saying, if a 3050 is dog shit, I don't know what a Series S is, dog.
Oh, Series S. Oh, we know Series S is dog shit, though. We already know that.
Oh, man. I mean, the Series S. I mean, the Series S is a capable Switch, man. It's like it's a Switch on steroids.
Capable Switch. It's more powerful than the Switch. It's more. It's not a hybrid.
A capable Switch. This man
capable of Switch. No, it's more capable. It's more capable than this Switch.
You know, every time I think about this. Every time I think about the Series S is when they gave one to fucking DJ Khaled. This nigga opened it and said, "It got a speaker."
A speaker.
Yeah, is this a speaker?
Like, what is this? A speaker?
Oh man, yo. Oh, they be picking some of the dumbest people to give consoles to. That should be driving me nuts, yo.
Yo, remember when they had that? Who? It was like those two girls that they showed. That it was like their first time showing Crackdown, and they were drunk.
Oh yeah,
and they were trying to play Crackdown.
Yeah.
That shit was terrible. That was a bad show.
That didn't help. They didn't help when they start. Because back in Xbox still do it. Back in the day, but Xbox used to give like. They'll try to hype up one of their games and they'll give
celebrities.
These celebrities that have like no idea what's going on to play it, and it's just like it's not showing off the game at all. And they'll be like celebrities they think people like. Like, oh man,
yo, pull up a Snoop Dogg, bro. Pull up a 50 Cent or some shit.
I remember on Inside Xbox they had Josh Hart. So I think Josh Hart interview, and they revealed his his NBA 2K rating. He was like a 69.
Oh, that was crazy.
I remember that. Like, what was the point?
He was a 69 overall with no badges.
He was killing
no badges. That's fucking crazy.
I'm like, come on,
he was killing, bro.
They couldn't have brought in like Steph Curry, 95 overall.
Yo, I would at least get like somebody with an 88 or 87 fucking like that shit had me crying.
He was a 69 overall with no badges. That's insane.
Oh man. All right, man. It's been a good show, guys. I'm gonna try to get some gaming done before I go to bed. This room is hot. But yeah, man. You guys have a good night, man. As always, Xbox is the best price. Huh? You said what?
Nothing.
What?
I thought you said you about to get some cutty.
Oh no, I said it's hot in this damn room. I said I'm gonna try to get some gaming before the night is done.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good night, guys. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out of here. Peace.
Yeah.